Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for this week. Happy Monday to you. This is probably going to be uploaded early on a Tuesday morning because I'm getting to this late today, but thank you so much for stopping in here. I hope that you are well. I have 12 decks to my left. I am going to read from each of those decks for each of the signs of the Zodiac, and we are going to go from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to mark everything down below so you can just follow along by scrolling this video for whatever energies it is that you need. And I'm just going to ask you to please, please, please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You have not a hot clue what's going on, and look, all it takes is a Google. Go find a natal chart. Even if you don't have your exact time of birth, you can just get there with knowing if you were born in the AM or the PM, and it'll give you a rising sign as well. So, couple things I just want to tell you. First of all, there is private readings are open, and there are some sales that are going on. So I am reading for private reads. I am reading live. I am also reading pre-recorded readings. For the live readings, there are many discounts that are going on. There are first-time discounts. There are for 10, 20, and 30-minute discounts. So if you're interested in trying that in reading, you want me to read live for you, we can do that. If you are booking a pre-recorded reading, my prices are all posted over on Hipsy. Please look in the pinned comment. All the information is in the pinned comment, so I don't have to answer you in the comments. So please look in the pinned comment. Underneath this video, there is a pinned comment. There is a Hipsy link. Please go there and look at my pricing if you're interested in it. Just want to let you know that I've added one more package to my pre-recorded readings. It is a $25 read. It is a lightning quick read. You'll get it in 48 hours, and it is the time that I spend on the read is left to my own discretion. It can be less than 10 minutes. It can be more than 15, but it's going to be left to my own discretion. So if you want to get into something, just one question, no backstory, then that would be the option for you. All right, so let's get to it. Let's find out what's going on. We are going to start, as I said, with Aries and going to go to Pisces. I think that's all I had to tell you. Oh, the last thing is, y'all, look, I don't answer you on Instagram. I will never answer you on TikTok. I'm never going to answer you in messaging. And that's because I don't want to, if anybody answers you in messaging, you know it's not me, okay? Just know that it's not me. I will never answer you in messaging, not because I don't want to talk to you and connect with you. I connect with you in my comments here. But please know that if anyone is answering you or contacting you first, through a private messaging service of any kind on any platform, it's not me, because I don't carry on in Messenger. Any kind of messenger, okay? So just be aware of that. I'm not going to be asking you for money. There's only one place where you can book me, and that is at Hipsy. All right. All right, Aquarius. Aries. I jumped right to the end of the Zodiac. Tell me about Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's talk about Aries, my fire family. How are you? I hope you're well, Aries. Let's find out what's going on for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. What does Aries need to know for this week? It's the next 7 days, Aries. Whenever you find this, even if it's not today, it will be for the next 7 days. Tell me about Aries. We have the Two of Wands. Aries, there is a decision that you're going to have to make this week, and you're going to have to take action on something that you've been kind of sitting on for a little bit. I think it's time to fly. It's time for you to leave the crossroads of wherever you are here, and it's time for you to make some type of decision. We've got the Six of Cups energy here. It's something that you've been thinking on. It feels like it is a nostalgic thing. So it feels like something that is already in your memory bank, something that maybe you've put off or put on the back burner here. We do have the Devil energy. One more. And we have the Five of Wands. It feels like it's a decision you've been putting off. Yeah, it feels like it's a decision that you need to make, but it is indecision. It feels like that you need to have boundaries. It feels like it's a lot of work. I'm going to say, Aries, it feels like it's a lot of work. It feels like there's a decision here that you know you've got to get your boundaries in place, but you've also got to stand up for yourself. It feels like this particular thing has been put on the back burner or been in your memory bank for a while. The Devil is here, and it feels like to me, for some of you, this could be some sort of a toxic relationship that you went through back there, whether this is with a family member, a platonic relationship of some sort, a friendship, or if this is a love relationship. I feel like you have doubt. You have doubt about how much work it's going to take to take action on this thing, Why do you feel like you need to take action on it here, Aries? It feels like you're making a plan. It feels like you're making a plan to, and you have doubt and indecision. That's the thing. You have doubt and indecision, and you're trying to make a plan to resolve something, I feel. Tell me why the Two of Wands is here. We've got the Empress. It feels like it's something you can't let go of. It's a memory or a thought that you're having a hard time letting go of. It does feel like you've had this in the memory bank for a while. We've got the Seven of Swords. Can you trust the Empress? And the Hierophant here. So we could be talking about a Capricorn, possibly a Libra, or a Taurus. It does feel like there is confusion here, I'm going to say. The Two of Wands tells me that you've been making a plan to do something or take action on something that I feel that you've been in indecision about. It feels to me like maybe you don't have, maybe it's tense energy that you have with the Empress, but it feels like you don't really trust the stability of some sort of a situation here. It feels like with the Empress energy here, the Seven of Swords is lending an energy of either being tense or something that someone tried to get away with. It feels like you are wondering whether you should trust the Empress. I'm just going to say that in most cases, not in all cases, but in most cases, the Empress is pretty trustworthy. They are somebody who is by themselves doing their own thing. They don't really require the help of someone else. It feels like somebody here is wanting to do the right thing. It feels, Aries, like you want to do the right thing. I feel like you know the Empress. I feel like the Empress might be the one that is in your memory bank. And it feels as though you are now thinking about this person again. And I want to say again because I feel like you had left those memories back there. But it feels like those memories have attached themselves to you and you've been putting them on the back burner and just like, no, I shouldn't be thinking about that. It feels like there was some sort of, I want to say that there was some sort of a betrayal or there's something that happened that you feel like you can't trust the Empress. Tell me what's going on here. We've got the Three of Swords. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Five of Swords. Does somebody ghost you? Feels like we went from something that was very valuable to having a very big impact in this long-term friendship or loveship. I don't see any cups here, well, except the Six of Cups. Yeah, it does feel like a soulmate connection, but it could be platonic. It doesn't have to be romantic. The Three of Swords tells me that somebody may have ghosted you or stopped talking to you or blocked you. It feels like there were some sharp words that were said. The Five of Swords is here. Sharp words were said. Somebody wanted to get their point across. It's like they got their point across and then they released you. Or, yeah, and I think that you've been up in your head about this person for the longest time. It does feel like we just stopped talking or this person just stopped talking to you. It's silence is what's going on. But I still feel like you still feel this person. And I feel like they're recently in your memory bank here. They're recently, it's come from the back of the mind to the front of the mind. It's come from the back of the mind to the prefrontal cortex, and now it's sort of in front of you and occupying your third eye, occupying you internally, maybe intuitively. It feels like you were never able to disconnect from this situation intuitively. I think that you felt hurt. You felt really, really hurt that this person either ghosted you, stopped talking to you, maybe they blocked you. I feel like you have been making a plan to reach out to this person, but it feels like you are still in indecision. But the thing is that you cannot let this go. You can't let this go. It's hurt your feelings so much. I feel like something is going to change quickly. The Wheel of Fortune is here. When I'm looking at these two fives, for me as a reader, when more than one five comes up, we've got three here. It is something that's going to change quickly. Fives are quick change, but then we pulled the Wheel of Fortune. And so it tells me, yes, things are changing. It is destiny. The reason that you're thinking about this person, whether they are a feminine or masculine Empress, the reason you're thinking about this person is because you're supposed to be. I think there's something here that needs to be wrapped up before you can move into some sort of a new cycle, or you want to bring this person into a new cycle. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun and the Fool. It feels like you want to, like you've had some sort of a breakthrough, that maybe there is a door, maybe we can begin speaking again. Tell me what the outcome is here. Something's about to expand or change because it is destiny. It is destiny here that you two begin speaking again. And I feel like you've been making plans but putting them on the back burner, because I feel like you're in the Seven of Wands. I feel like you are wanting to stand up for yourself, but also feeling like I've got to have boundaries with this person if I don't trust them. What's the outcome? We've got the Chariot. We've got the Two of Pentacles. I think you've been keeping yourself really busy so you don't have to make a decision. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. You're trying to give yourself more time to think about this. I feel like this is a friendship that we're talking about. We've got 3 pentacles here, and that's why I'm saying friendship. So this is a friend or a friend of a friend. It feels like somebody you were very close to at one point. And it does feel like you just want to get in your car and go. Like you want to talk to this person, but you haven't come to that decision yet. I feel like it's going to take you a long time yet. I'm going to say don't pressure yourself to do it. It feels like you are going to make this decision, but I feel like you need more data, or you want to go over something in detail. The Knight of Pentacles, it feels like you're going to take your time, which is good. You will make a decision to get to take some action on this or move forward, or whatever the Chariot is, quick moving energy. But the reason I think that you haven't spoken to this person is because I feel that there are deep feelings under the surface. For some of you, not all of you. This is somebody who I feel was a friend. I feel like we're talking about 2 people who were friends, and one person caught feelings and never said anything. And that's the reason you feel so hurt about this person not ever speaking with you again, or possibly ghosting you, or just being silent with you. It's heartbreaking. And it's got you up in your head, 8 swords. It's like in this place where you can't release this 5 cups. You can't release the sadness. What's around the corner for Aries? We've got the Judgment card. Judgment card is holding their hand out to the outcome here. Are you going to make a decision? I think that's what this is saying here. Are you going to make a decision or not? I feel like the universe is going to force you to make some sort of a decision. Whatever that decision is, it feels like it's either you're not going to do it at all and you're going to let it go from your mind, because if you have no control over the situation, then you should just let it go. Or are you going to make a decision? Like, are you going to say something? We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the 10 of Wands. I feel like something is weighing really heavy on you. I feel like the gates are open. I want to say I feel like the Empress is ready to receive you if you are ready to step forward. The Judgment card is, should I leave it? Should I just leave it as dead? Should I just leave it in the past? Or should I try again? I feel like the Empress is holding out the Ace of Pentacles, and the gates are open. If you want to speak with this person, I feel like it's up to you to release your burdens, whatever's been burdening you about the situation, and take a chance. Oh boy, the Tower's here. So I feel like you are going to have some sort of a realization that if I just say something to the Empress, if I just text, if I just send a letter, I don't know how you're going to contact them, but I'm going to just, the Tower is telling me that it feels like with the King of Swords here, that you've got some things that you've got to get off your chest, that you want to say something, things you've been thinking about for a while. In the Hermit energy, I think you've been trying to heal this pain, but I feel like you're having a hard time healing it. It feels like with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, that you are feeling terrible about this lifetime or long-term or person that you've known forever, or you expected to be in your life forever, that this is no longer. It feels like there's been a deep impact to a long-term relationship. And I feel like you're feeling brave enough, as the King of Swords would be, to speak your truth and honesty. So I feel like you might try and reach out to this person after this realization. The Tower showing up with the Judgment card tells me that it's an awakening for you. The awakening is that the Empress has always been ready to receive you if you're ready to come forward. But I feel like you're going to have to drop some burdens first before that goes down. All right. We've got Virgo energy here. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got Taurus, Virgo, and Pisces, Libra as well. We've got Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. And Scorpio is the Six of Cups. All right. Okay, Taurus, let's find out what's going on for you, my bull gang. How you doing? Happy Monday to you. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week. For Taurus, what's coming up for Taurus in the next 7 days, please? We've got the Ace of Swords, Taurus. I feel like you're going to gain some clarity this week, possibly through conversation or contact from someone. But it feels like something that was kind of muddy for you is going to be made clear. It feels like a new cycle is beginning, one where we speak our truth and give each other clarity. We do have the Page of Swords. It might be that someone contacts you who has been looking in on you or watching you from a distance, maybe spying on you through your social media. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever is in the mind here, whatever this person wants to say, whatever clarity you require is about to materialize. It's about to become real. In the Ace of Pentacles here, we've got the Ten of Swords. So I feel like there was some sort of a sharp ending, a sad ending. It feels like it was really painful and hurtful. It feels like the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords are telling me that there's a new cycle coming up, and I feel like there is somebody who's been quietly watching you from a distance. And this person, I feel like you've already had an ending with. Tell me why the Ace of Swords is here. What sort of clarity is Taurus going to get from this person? It does feel like this person is in the Two of Swords, right? Two of Swords here is telling me that somebody is kind of blocked or is trying to, at this point, make a decision. They know that they've got to go this way or that way, and they're trying to figure out whether they want to open a new cycle with you or not. Because they know it's going to have to be face-to-face or it's going to become real. Not only in their mind. Up till now, they've just been thinking about it, but they're about to make it real. You could be dealing with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius for sure. Look at all of these swords. Tell me what this is here. The Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. We've got the King of Cups. And we've got the Five of Swords. I feel like, Taurus, that there is somebody here that you wish to get some sort of stability with. The Ace of Swords is telling me that I feel somebody is trying to make a decision about whether or not to reach out to you and give you some clarity. I feel like they will, and the only reason I feel like they will is because the Wheel of Fortune is here, and that is destiny. It's destined change is what it is. Something's about to expand. Something's about to turn from thought process into something that is tangible, something that is going to bloom in the 3D here. It feels like you are dealing with a King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but this could be somebody who is just holding their feelings under the surface, fighting their feelings, denying their feelings for you. I feel like this person has been watching you, and they have been definitely fighting their feelings. The intrusive thoughts of the Five of Swords and the King of Cups. This person, whether they're a water sign or not, is nor here nor there. They could be a fixed sign because the Wheel of Fortune is right next door. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Could be a Sagittarius. But this person, I feel, has been fighting their really super deep feelings for you. They haven't shown you their feelings on the surface. In fact, this is somebody who's giving you their stoic face. They probably are very deeply feeling about you, but they are somebody who also has not shown that to you on the surface. So I feel like, Taurus, this is somebody that you may have already written off. I feel like that maybe you're like, this person is like a liar. I feel like it's like 5, 6, 7 swords. We've got the Page of Swords holding a sword as well. Like you're like, something is... I feel like you feel that there's something under the surface, that you know that there's something under the surface here. But there's somebody here who is fighting their feelings, and you're not gonna, I feel like you're not the one who's gonna chase, right? It feels like somebody here has a lot of feelings, very emotionally connected to you, psychically connected to you, but they're fighting their feelings. Why is that? I've got the World card. Why is the World card here? I've got the Four of Pentacles. It's going to be the end of them holding back, I feel, with the World card here. It does feel like this is somebody who's probably an air sign at some point, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It feels like this person has a really hard time accessing their feelings and bringing them to the surface. So they feel deeply, they feel deeply, but they are someone who has a hard time bringing their feelings to the surface. I feel the world card is telling me that this person's about to hit a milestone. So I think that they are fighting their feelings, but I don't think they can fight them much longer. The World card is the end of something, the end of a chapter, and I feel like it's the end of a chapter of this person holding back. I feel like they have a hard time being vulnerable with you, Taurus, or with anybody really. And there's the Two of Cups, right? So this is somebody that I feel knows how you feel about them already. Platonic or romantic, right? Two of Cups isn't always romance. And this person already knows how you feel about them. You've said to them, look, you're my very best friend. Or you're someone I feel safe with. Or you're someone I feel like I can share my emotions with. You also may have told them how you feel about them romantically. So let's not take it out of the equation, platonic or romantic. It feels like this is someone you may have already shared a cup with. So maybe you've had dinner with them. Maybe, and the Two of Cups is always about equal emotions being shared. And so I feel like this person does have a lot of emotions for you, and you feel it from them. And so you felt safe to share your emotions with them. Or maybe you just told them straight up, look, I've got feelings. And this person, when you did that, they shut off and shut down, closed the chapter, and you felt betrayed by that. I feel like you haven't heard from them. They haven't really communicated with you. I feel like it's been spotty to no communication, if any at all. For most of you, it's none. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here. I think that you've been keeping yourself entertained by being focused on you. I feel like you are adorning your home, adorning yourself, taking care of your health, looking after, focusing in your Pentacle world. So maybe you are doing a lot of extra overtime, or maybe you've got a business and you're focused on your business. But I feel like you're focused on yourself, to be honest. I feel like you're taking really good care of yourself in terms of health, focused on that and focused on you. So why won't this person tell you how they feel? Why are they fighting their feelings? Because the Page of Pentacles, I feel like they're emotionally immature. I feel like if for some of you they could be emotionally immature, the King of Cups is here, so it's not for everybody. But I'm saying here with the Page of Pentacles, maybe this person lives a distance from you and they'd rather say it to your face, and they have not yet come up with the courage to say it to your face. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Taurus. Tell me what the outcome is for Taurus. Oh, there's the courage. There it is. I feel like somebody is going to find the courage to say this at some point here. We do have the Ace of Wands, yep, and the Eight of Pentacles. I think for some of you, there's still some growing to do here. It feels like somebody's trying to grow in confidence here. We've got 8, 9, 10. They really do see that this is a really bountiful, growing, valuable connection. They see your worth. They see the value in you. I feel like you are showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles, and you are showing up as someone who is flexible, willing to change, who's moved on to a new cycle. It feels like this person knows that you're not waiting for them. You're not going to wait. That you're taking care of business, taking care of yourself. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles is telling me that this person still has some things to work out within themselves. They need to go over some details. It feels like somebody's trying to find the perfect time or the perfect timing to do this, but what they don't understand is like the perfect timing is here. So for some of you, this person is coming forward because it is divine timing, and that happens whenever it's going to happen. The Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands tells me that this person is so into you, Taurus, that they are very attracted to you. They see that you are creative and beautiful and handsome, and that you are somebody who is very passionate about the work that you do. I think that they really like that. I feel like this person is going to say something, but I feel like when they do, Taurus, they blurt it out. It's like, hey, do you want to go out for dinner? I'm in town, and you go for dinner, and you're talking about world events, and all of a sudden they just blurt it out. It's like out of context. It's like you're talking about the sun, moon, and stars, and all of a sudden, guess what? I have feelings for you. It feels like they blurted out. Tell me what's coming around the corner for Taurus here. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. So I did call out the 9, right? 9 of Pentacles is here. We've got 8 and 1 is 9. We do have the Queen of Swords energy. So this person is waiting until they have enough confidence. I also feel for some of you that they are closing chapters in their life. They've got a major shift going on in their life, or a major change or chapter is closing in their life. And I feel like they're being quiet with you while this major change is taking place. The Queen of Swords is here with the 9 of Pentacles. This person is trying to find the confidence to say something. And I feel like they really are feeling pressured to say something. And at the point where they no longer feel pressured, that's when they are going to say something. I also feel like for some of you, this person is under pressure to end some sort of chapter, wrap something up. Something is coming to full circle. It feels like they're wrapping up a part in their life that was major. And so I feel like it's after that, after they finally don't feel under pressure anymore, I feel like somebody here with the Queen of Swords is just going to say it. And look, they're going to say it without feeling. They're just going to say, yeah, the reason I closed that chapter is because I'm really in love with you, or I really have a lot of feelings for you. I can't stop thinking about you. So the 9 of Pentacles tells me that they're trying to find the courage to do that, or the confidence within themselves to speak aloud and stand up for themselves and finally ask for what it is that they want. The Fool is here. This person, the tower's in the distance. Look, y'all, when the tower's in the distance, it's because this tower hasn't happened yet, but it's a warning to you. This tower is happening. And why is it happening? Because of the Fool. This person is about to pursue you, is what it looks like. Feminine or masculine? All right. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Sagittarius energy here, and Gemini, and some Aries, and Scorpio. All right, Gemini. What's the date, Gemini? We are at... Oh, we still have some time in your season. I was just checking the date. I lose track of time, y'all. I'm just here living in my tarot world in my dining room. I lose track of time. Gemini, here we are. So we're still in Gemini season. Happy birthday to you, friends. Please tell me how your season is going. Were you able to celebrate? I hope that you were. Let's find out what's going on for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Gemini. Tell me about Gemini. Okay. We ask for Gemini, and Gemini appears. The Knight of Swords is here. It feels like there is... It feels like you're out of sorts. I'm going to say, Gemini, that there is somebody here who's out of sorts. It's like aggressive. You're feeling aggressive. It's like, how can I say? It feels like you better not open your mouth like that. It feels like you're like on edge is what it feels like here. That you're just sort of kicking ass and taking names these days. It might be the kind of energy that you're in this week. It feels a little bit aggressive, wordy. I'm going to say we have the Hanged Man energy. I feel like you have been holding back, and it feels like this is your push of energy. It feels like you've been holding back your words, or you weren't going to say it. You've been trying to get perspective. You've been in some sort of a paused energy where you're trying to get perspective on a situation. And I feel like this is the week where you just kind of let it fly. Where I feel like here you're trying to figure out, what do I say? How do I say it without tearing them a new one? And I feel like the answer is, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to tear them a new one. That's what it feels like here. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the Seven of Swords. It feels like there is something that is tense because of, I feel like you're trying to drop how you feel about a situation. You've been trying to drop it with this Hanged Man energy. You're trying to listen to your intuition. The Hanged Man energy is telling me you're not only trying to listen to your intuition, but you're trying to get stability. I feel like you're trying to be stable. You want to go at it slowly. You want to look at all the data, all the analytics. You want to look at everything, right? And you want to move at this slowly. I also feel that for some of you, you're being stubborn. You can't let it go. Like there's something here that you just can't let go. And I feel like it's because it's caused a lot of instability in your life. It's caused some sort of instability where there used to be a lot of stability. It's caused instability. Or somebody spoke out of line. Somebody said something really quick or did something really quick. And I feel like it caused you to be in this place of, here, the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Wands tells me you feel under pressure to say it in the calmest way, but to be very honest about what you're saying. Look, I feel like this is how you prefer to be, but I feel like this is how you're showing up. And I feel like you're about to get really sort of cutthroat. It feels like somebody possibly betrayed your trust, it feels like, or lied to you, or you have proof somebody lied to you, or it feels like you're about to come out swinging is what it feels like here. Tell me about the Gemini energy here, the Knight of Swords. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Got the Judgment card. And we've got the Fool. Interesting. So I feel like there is a new chapter that is starting here. There is something here that I think that you just kind of want to let the dead dog lie. You just want to forget it ever happened. You just want to... The Judgment card tells me you've made a decision or you've made a judgment or you're making a judgment on someone. It could be about financial things. It could be about money. We've got the King of Pentacles and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like you're making some sort of a judgment to say something about possibly you gave somebody financial help, or maybe you've given them more leeway than they probably deserved. It feels like with this Judgment card here that you are making a decision. I feel like the decision that you're making is to take another path. Maybe you're just going to leave it in the past. You're going to just open the door. And I think that this is all in your head, right? Like I think that when we look at swords, it's always about what is up in the mind. And so I feel like in your mind, you've already given them what for. You've already ripped them a new one in your mind. I feel like you've gone through all of it in your head. And maybe you're just like, you know what? I'll just leave it. I'll open this new solid grounded path going into the future here. I feel like you have something going on in the near future here that's very exciting. You're taking a leap of faith into something here. I think that your decision is, I'm just going to leave it in my mind possibly, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything about it. Tell me what else is going on here, please. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I think what you're going to do is you're just going to leave it where it's at, is what it feels like here. The Death card is here. I feel like you're just going to leave it where it's at in the future. You're just going to use the Five of Pentacles here. You're just going to leave them out in the cold. You're just going to freeze them out is what you're going to do. It's over. This is over. I feel like there's somebody here that you're never going to speak with again, and it's just over. One more card. We've got the Two of Pentacles, because I feel that you need stability. It is for your own peace of mind, that rather than going at it aggressively, saying something that might hurt someone's feelings, or starting a fight that is probably no good stress for you, I feel like you've decided to just leave this. You're just going to let the dead dog lie. You're going to resurrect yourself in a very solid, grounded way, start some sort of a new solid path. Where your thoughts are organized. It's like a new chapter, a new day, because I'm just going to burn it to the ground. I feel like you're doing it because you do need some stability here. Tell me what the outcome is, please. Why is everything jumping around here? We've got the World card. So you're closing the door, is what it is. The World card and the Judgment card tells me you've made a decision. You're just closing the door to this whole thing. We've got the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're moving on. King of Cups. I'm just going to ignore them. I'm just going to give them the stoic face. I'm not going to let them take me out of my character. I'm just going to keep it under the surface. I'm going to keep my emotional intelligence intact, because it's the opposite of this. It feels like the World card and the Six of Swords tells me, you know what, I'm just going to move on from here. I'm just going to close the door and move on from here. What's the outcome? Or what's around the corner? The Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse. We do have the Two of Swords, and we have the Two of Wands. So I think that you've been thinking about this, and I think that you've decided to just block this person, whether you're blocking them on social media or in real life or whatever you're doing. You have no more energy to put into this. The Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse. You have no more time to work on this. You have no interest in working on this. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Ten of Swords, Death card, and the World card. It feels like it was a really painful ending, or somebody betrayed you, but I feel like you're just going to release it or let it go, because I feel like what you need is your stability. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles in the reverse tells me you just want stability. No more juggling. No more juggling my thoughts. No more juggling my feelings. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna close the door on it. Yeah, because I feel like you were feeling very heavily laden, very heavy, feeling burnt out not only in the mind but in your energy. I feel like you're feeling kind of burnt out. It looks like it's a friendship that you're letting go. The Three of Pentacles is here. Feels like you're letting go of a friendship instead of communicating with them and giving them what for. I think you're just going to leave it behind and be done with it. That was a part of my life that I don't even want to think about. We've got Scorpio energy here. Yeah, Mars, right? Mars is in Leo right now. And we've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, and Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. It could have taken you a long while to make this decision, because you were in this holding pattern of Pisces, and I feel like you've just decided you don't want to have anything to do with the situation or with them, if it's a person or a situation. Maybe it's about a job, right? Could be about that. All right. Let's talk about you, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. Next 7 days, Cancer, whenever you find this. This is a sneak peek for the week. Tell me about Cancer. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, this week, I feel like you're releasing something. Something that has been hurtful, painful. You're releasing some sort of pain or betrayal. Feels like you have finally decided this is the week to release it. What are we releasing? We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I don't see this as part of my future. I don't see me as moving forward on this. I just need to release it and leave it right where it is. We have the Four of Swords, and it is in favor of getting some sort of mental stability or doing some healing about something. When the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse, it's because I'm just giving up. I'm not traveling. I'm not traveling toward this anymore. I'm not thinking about it anymore. I feel like the Ten of Swords is telling me that you are also overthinking something here. It feels like with the Three of Wands that in the future, I think in the next 7 days, you're going to realize that overthinking this is just not what you need for your mental health. I feel like you want stability of the mind, but also that you need to heal from something here. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. What was this? Because it feels like what you're letting go of finally, or not putting any more energy into, you're just going to leave it on the road here, is something that really hurt you. We've got the Magician. It might have been a manipulation of the mind. You feel like somebody was trying to manipulate you, and in doing that also betrayed you. We've got the Two of Swords. This person may have blocked you, or you could have blocked them, maybe social media. I feel like we've already moved on from this. I'm going to say that this is something that you need to move away from, that it's causing it's causing chaos in your mind. Excuse me. It's causing chaos in your mind. And I feel like this is a decision that you have to make because you've been stuck here for so long in this Ten of Swords energy, feeling hurt, feeling betrayed. And I feel like it's time for you to just let it go here. I've got the Ace of Swords. Boy, you are up in your head, friend. You sure are. I feel like the Ace of Swords, though, is telling me that you're getting clarity. And there are 3 swords here. I do believe that there's disappointment, possibly a third-party connection. Maybe someone cheated on you. But it feels like it is a betrayal. And it does feel like it was manipulation of the mind. It feels like a mind fuck is what it is. That's what it feels like. We've got the 4 of Swords. I feel like you are going to stop thinking about this because that is the only thing that you can do to heal. If you're going to be healing yourself in the future, you've just got to let it go. We've got the Empress in the reverse. Somebody who I feel... Empress in the reverse. Hang on. We've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, and the Sun. I feel like there is somebody here who has... maybe you have feelings about them. You've come to the realization that you really did have very deep romantic feelings for this person. It's a realization and a breakthrough, but I feel like the Empress may not be reciprocating the energy. I feel like the Empress didn't reciprocate the energy, didn't give you, the Empress being in the reverse didn't really give you anything. This person, I feel like you probably told them how you felt about them, or you feel you've had a breakthrough about how you feel about them, but this person is now either not in your life because you've blocked them or they've blocked you. Maybe their heart is broken. The Ten of Swords is here. Maybe it broke your heart as well. Maybe it feels like betrayal to the Empress. Maybe you are the Empress, right? Empress can be feminine or masculine, not just Libra and Taurus, but someone who is full of love. One more card here. We have the 7 of Wands. You know what it does feel like here? It feels like you are no longer in contact with the Empress. It feels like the Empress is heartbroken, or maybe you are. It feels like, look, I don't know who this is about. Look, I'm just going both ways, but it does feel like I am the Taurus, and Taurus is always going to look at something from the opposite point of view to try and get a clarity on it. And that's what I'm doing right now. So as I read it to you, it feels like somebody betrayed you. But as I'm reading it backwards, it does feel like that maybe there is somebody here who is an Empress who is not returning your energy because they feel betrayed by you, possibly in a third-party connection. Or that you want to give this Empress clarity about now how you feel about them. Maybe you're just realizing how you feel about them, but now you don't know if the Empress is going to speak with you, with the Empress in the reverse and the 3 swords here. You don't know if they're going to speak with you. I think you're about to stand up for yourself, and there is the 4 of Swords here. I think that you just want to heal this, is what you want to do. So I feel like it could be that you've come to a realization or you've had a breakthrough about how deeply romantic you feel about this person, and that maybe they feel hurt. I mean, you could read it whatever way it works for you, but it feels like it could be either way. It feels like a sort of duality. Maybe you're dealing with a Gemini. It feels like duality. We do have swords, swords, swords. So we do have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius here. What's the outcome, please? We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the 10 of Wands. I feel like it does feel like you had a couple of people to pick from. I'm just going to say, we've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Queen of Swords. It feels like maybe you chose one over the other, and maybe the other was the Empress. We have the Queen of Swords here and the Queen of Wands, and I feel like that there was somebody who you were very physically attracted to and someone who you're very mentally attracted to, but maybe also physically attracted to. And we have the 10 of Wands. It feels like you were under a lot of pressure to make some sort of a decision. And I think that you didn't make a decision. You just probably pulled away your energy and went into hermit mode because of the 5 of Swords, because of whatever was going on in your mind. You were trying to... we've got the 6 of Wands. It feels like you pulled away from both of them, I think. Yeah, it feels like you pulled away from both of them, or they both pulled away from you. Take it as it resonates for you. But it feels like you're trying to figure something out with the 5 of Swords and the Hermit. It feels like you're fighting coming out of Hermit energy because you don't want the attention. You don't want attention to be brought to this here. The 5 of Cups tells me it's sad. Tell me what's around the corner. It really does feel like you had a choice. You made a choice. You choose the wrong one, and now you didn't choose the Empress, You didn't see their worth, and I think now you're seeing their worth. But you're wondering if it's too late. Tell me what is around the corner. We've got the Six of Swords, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and we've got the Seven of Swords. So you think that if you contact this person, they might see you as a liar, or vice versa, right? And we have the Six of Swords. It feels like somebody here just wants to transition to something a little more stable and make a decision. Make a decision to do what? Make a decision about who I should leave out in the cold and who I shouldn't leave out in the cold. I feel like you have a decision between two and you're feeling pressured to make a decision. It does feel like one of these people is an Empress. It's likely the one who is the Queen of Swords. And it does feel like this person is brokenhearted. Yeah. And I feel like you may realize now that this person has boundaries with you because they do have a lot of deep feelings for you. And I think that you've just realized that you have a lot of deep feelings for them. I think that you do want a new beginning, but it feels like you think it's the end. Is it the beginning or is it the end? When will I see you again? Those are lyrics from a song. We have the Nine of Wands, feeling like the wounded warrior, and we have the Six of Cups. There's a connection here that you can't let go of. It feels like it's a very psychic or lifetime connection, like over lifetimes. And it feels like something has ended here, but you hope that it can be revived or that you can open the door again. It does really feel like somebody here is hurt, whether it's you or them, and you can decide whatever one that is. Because in a general reading, it's not about a personal reading, right? It's a general reading, so take it whatever way it resonates for you. We've got the Sun, Leo. We've got Virgo energy, Libra and Taurus, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Aries and Gemini. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Aries, we've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. You could be dealing with a fixed energy. I feel like you do want to take a step forward, but you're not really sure how to do that. All right, Leo. How are you, Leo? I am Leo Jupiter. I don't know if I've ever told you that. Maybe I have. Let's find out what's going on for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Well, that didn't work, did it? Tell me about Leo. This is your sneak peek for the week. Whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it's going to always be for the next 7 days. Tell me what's going on for Leo, please. We've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse. When the Eight of Wands is in the reverse, nothing's moving. It's like something has stalled here. Tell me what is stalled. We've got the World card, so maybe it's even over. Maybe the chapter is done here. We're quiet. King of Swords. The Magician. Interesting, Leo. You know what this kind of says to me here? That you're wondering, is there anything I can say? Is there anything I can say? Because it feels like somebody here is a wordsmith. You might have Aries in the rising, possibly. That you are, not Aries, sorry, Aquarius in the rising. Or Aries or Gemini. And it feels like that you are wondering, is there anything I can say to open up this chapter again? Because when the World card is here, yes, something comes to an end, the chapter is over, but then that gives us an opportunity to open a new chapter. So I'm wondering, like, you're like, I know this is over, but is there anything that I can say? Anything? It's like that when I see the King of Swords with the Magician, this is the wordsmith, the one who could talk their way in and out of anything. They're smooth with their words. What can I say to this person who I've had silence with? Can I open this chapter again? Should I try and open this chapter with my smooth words? Feels like you're going to try and use logic and reason. It does feel like lawyer energy. I'm just going to say, are you a lawyer? Because it feels like somebody's ready with the open argument. The open statements here. That's what it feels like. Somebody's like wanting to say, but look, this is the logic of it. When we take the emotion out of it, These are the reasons why we haven't been speaking to each other. Got the King of Wands. We've got the Hierophant. And we've got the Queen of Cups. I feel like you have deep feelings for a Taurus, an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. Possibly a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Aries, possibly. It feels like there are passionate feelings here, or that you want to pursue the Hierophant. The Hierophant is somebody who is a spiritual teacher. This is somebody who is always taking cues from the higher self. This is someone who's very structured, though. They're very structured, traditional, moving slow. I don't really want to move quickly. I feel like that's the difference between you and them, that you're someone who moves quickly and they're someone who moves slowly. We do have the Queen of Cups. And it feels like there are deep feelings here. It feels like there is a connection that goes beyond the self. It feels like it is an empathic or psychic connection that you have with the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is quite spiritual, so it makes sense. And you are quite psychic, my friend. So it feels like you're wondering, is there anything I can say to try and reopen a new chapter with this person? Is there anything that I can say? We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Strength card. So it feels like there is, I feel like you see a future with this person, and I feel like you just want to heal it. I think that you've had some sort of a realization about your future, that the deep feelings that you have for the Hierophant, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, is not going away. I feel like you've realized that the deep feelings you were having were actually wish fulfillment feelings, that something was here that made you very happy. I feel like you really want to let this person know that. But I feel like you're in this energy of holding back. I think your own strength scares you. Because I think that you are someone who is very good with your words. And I think you are someone that holds back until you know what to say. But I also feel like if you hold back from telling this person about how you feel, look, there's, except for the Queen, who is compassionate, kind, loving, very deeply connected to most people, empathically or deeply emotionally connected, there's no love here. Like, there's really nothing that indicates that this could be romantic, is what I'm saying. So this could be a friend. This could be somebody in your family. It feels like there's been an ending, or a chapter is closed, or we're not talking anymore. But you're now thinking, is there anything I can say where they will allow, like, us to look into the future again and maybe heal this thing with the Four of Swords. I feel like with this Six of Pentacles, it's like we have the Six of Pentacles, and it feels like maybe you weren't giving this connection enough attention, or maybe they weren't giving you enough attention. Maybe that's why the chapter closed. We just weren't talking. We weren't texting. We weren't talking. We weren't keeping in contact. With the Ten of Pentacles, it feels like this is something that you wish or hope for long term. It feels like legacy or long term, that you thought this person would be in your life forever. Got the Five of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Look, Leo, I think that you are a person who had a hard time bringing your feelings to the surface. I think you've been fighting what you really want with this person. You really want a happy family. You really want to have legacy. You really want to have long term. And I feel like you're a person who really fights bringing your feelings to the surface. You could have an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini placement. And those three signs can be very feeling, depending on what their moons and risings are. But this, I feel, is probably your rising. I think you probably have a hard time showing feelings on the surface here. And it usually ends up in heartbreak. It might be that you're scared of getting your heart broken, right? That it's a worry that you'll get your heart broken if you tell somebody all about your feelings. Tell me what the outcome is here. What's the outcome for Leo, please? We do have the Two of Pentacles. I think that you're in this mindset of it's not a yes and it's not a no. Feels like you're kind of juggling back and forth here, trying to keep yourself busy so you're not thinking about it. We've got the Seven of Swords. You haven't yet made the decision, but it's under the surface. I think that you lied to somebody about how deeply you felt about this connection, whether it's platonic or romantic. I feel like they were being aloof, maybe detached, and so you went into aloof or detached, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you were being aloof and detached, and that's why it was why this chapter ended here. We do have the Three of Pentacles. Is this person still my friend? Were they lying to me when they said they were my friend? Do I still have friendship with this person? Because they've put me out on the outside looking in. There's no more communication or conversation here. Can we cooperate? Can we collaborate? Is this person someone I can still consider to be in my circle? This could be a situationship, a friends with benefit situation, because the Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands are here together and side by side. Tell me what this, what is coming up around the corner here? What can we expect for Leo? We've got the Four of Wands, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, and we've got the Temperance card. I feel what you're going to try and do, Leo, is get their attention, get back into their good graces. I feel like the Four of Wands tells me you want to get back to stability and celebration and happiness, and can we make this work again? It feels like you see this person as a long-term interest, whether it's friendship or romance or situationship turning into something long-term. The Temperance energy here tells me that you really want to bring things into balance, and that maybe in this moment of alchemy, it feels like the universe is pushing you to maybe try and heal this. But I feel like you might be the one who has to reach out in order to heal this, and I think that right now you're holding back. You're holding yourself back from a future with this person by not reaching out to try and heal it with Temperance. We have the Page of Wands. I think you are going to reach out, but I think you're kind of in a blocked energy right now. It feels like you need to make a decision, whether this or that, to open up conversation, because you need to take it out of the headspace and put it into action. And so you have to stop thinking about it and do something about it if you want the victory, my friend. Right, but that's no coincidence, right? These flipped out because my hand touched them, but I feel like right here is where you're at, not feeling vulnerable, holding back. That's where you're at right now, I think. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius twice. We've got Aries and Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn energy. All right, we've got some Leo energy here. Let's talk about you, Virgo. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on for Virgo in the next 7 days, please. Virgo, whenever you find this. It's going to be for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is the energy for Virgo this week? Ooh, okay. Something's about to shift, Virgo. Something is about to shock you. Something shows up out of nowhere, changes everything. Tell me about the Tower. We've got the Empress. We've got the Eight of Wands. You could be expecting communication from the Empress. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, it's going to destabilize a lot of things. We've got, the Eight of Wands is like, it's coming in quickly here. It comes in fast, destabilizes you. I feel like you're minding your business. The Empress is here. The Empress could be somebody who might contact you. It also, for some of you, could be that there is some sort of news coming in about abundance that is going to shake you to your core. Tell me what this Tower is about here. It's going to destabilize everything. Hang on. I don't think I've ever looked at what time it is on this clock before. 3:11, y'all. I don't know what that means. 3:11. Have you been seeing ones or threes? 3:11. Maybe you've been seeing 3:11. I don't know. Maybe you might want to just Google that quickly and find out who are you thinking about right now, right in this moment when you're watching this. If you're thinking about someone particular, please look up 3:11, see what that means, and apply it to whomever you're thinking about. Tell me about the Tower, please. What is this shocking thing here? Tell me about the Tower. I've got the Magician. Something is coming to Earth. It feels like something that you've been manifesting is showing up. Ooh, maybe you've been manifesting the Empress. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Something you've been waiting on, a manifestation that you didn't think was going to happen, is about to show up and destabilize your week. This person could be a Libra or a Taurus. Could be a Gemini or an Aries, a Scorpio, Sagittarius. Tell me more. Got the Queen of Swords. Somebody is about to be honest with you. Somebody who I feel was not honest with you previously. That's what it is. It feels like the Empress is about to give you some news. It's like the Empress is about to be very completely and truthfully honest with you. This person has some pretty strict boundaries, and I feel like whatever they're going to say is going to be very sharp. It might be like I'm seeing the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords, which gives me passion. It gives me like a, you know, when they say somebody was murdered in with the heat of passion. I'm not talking about murder. That's not what I'm talking about here. But it feels like somebody just blurts it out. It feels like it's like in the heat of passion. I'm just gonna say, it's like it's in the heat of passion. Yeah, the Five of Swords is here. Look, it feels like it feels like you know this person, I'm going to say, and it feels like this person has been trying to hold back, telling you exactly what they think about you. Now, I don't know what that means. Let's keep pulling cards here. King of Pentacles is here. One more. The Five of Pentacles is in the reverse. This might be somebody that you have left out in the cold. I don't know who this person is to you, but it is somebody that I feel like either you've been ignoring or left out in the cold. I feel like that you've been very focused on your pentacle world, making money, building your business. It feels like whatever it is, you've been focused on you. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse is reconnection. It feels like this person probably comes at you and says, how dare you just leave me on red? Like, I feel like somebody's really sort of pissed off with you. They feel like you're not being honest. They feel like you've been holding back with them. I feel, Virgo, I feel like you've been holding back with somebody because you wanted them to pursue. That's what this is. You wanted them to pursue. So even if it's negative energy, it's energy nonetheless. And that's why the Eight of Wands is here, because I feel like this person comes at you really fiery. And I think that when they come at you really fiery, Virgo, you're in your energy. You're in the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You're like, yeah, I did put you out in the cold. I didn't answer your message. What do you need to say? Like, I think you're just going to be super calm, super chill about it. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the Justice card here. Somebody wants justice. We've got the Judgment card here. And we got the King of Swords. I tell you what, the Judgment card never usually gives me accusatory energy, but it is with the King of Swords giving me accusatory energy. It feels like somebody here is just being honest with you because they know that you can handle it. They know that they can be completely truthful and honest here, somebody's trying to clear karma. They're trying to come forward, say something, keeping their boundaries up, but trying to make conversation here that ends up coming off super aggressive. This person's really been overthinking. You know what it is they're giving you one last chance, is what it is. Somebody here is like, well, I'll just give Virgo one last chance. And if Virgo turns away, Virgo turns away. I'm just looking at the 5 and the 1 is 6. 6 swords, this person is giving it one last chance. Do you want to stabilize this thing with me? Do you want to reconnect? And if you don't, that's fine. This is it. Judgment card and the King of Swords. It feels like it's going to be a final decision. Somebody here is trying to release karma, is what it is. They're like, are we going to fix this or are we not? And if we're not, that's fine. Just tell me, I'm out. Because that's kind of how the Empress would handle it. Tell me about what's around the corner for Virgo. We've got the 6 of Wands. We've got the Strength card. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles. This person feels like you've been breadcrumbing them and holding back. And so I feel like now they feel like they have no other option but then to come to you, because I feel that the Empress is coming to you. Now, the Empress doesn't usually chase, but the Empress is coming to you because either you didn't answer their text, or you didn't call them back, or you didn't take some sort of action. I feel like you just sort of are in your chill energy, and I feel like this person is sort of pissed off with it. They don't want the silence anymore. So I feel like they could be coming to your home. I'm just saying, if they know where you live, they could be coming to your home. But it also, wands also mean quick moving energy, which is text to me or email. So it could be through that. Queen of Pentacles. This could be someone you were married to, someone you had a relationship with. It feels like this person has also been minding their business. And so they've had enough. They're just breaking the silence and saying, look, is this over or is it not over? You need to let me know because I need to clear my karma. Are you a karmic connection to me? Because then let's just let this be and let's carry on. King of Cups is here. There's deep feelings here. I was feeling like that's why this person is so much in the heat of passion, because I feel like somebody is harboring really deep feelings here and they don't really want to say that there is really deep love feelings here. It does feel like with the King of Cups and the Two of Cups that there is really deep love feelings, and this person has been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And I think that they bust into your life to say, you know what? I don't want to think about this anymore. Tell me, do you feel anything about me or do you not? Somebody wants to resolve something here so they can carry on with their life, clear their karma, be done, and move forward. If you don't want to have anything to do with them, say your piece. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is here. We've got Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Leo, Sagittarius energy. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius again. Libra and Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, and Pisces, and Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the beautiful, creative Libra. Tell me about Libra. To me, in my head, because of the people I've met who have been Libra, you're either somebody who's creative, like a musician, or a nurse. Tell me about Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Next 7 days, sneak peek for this week. Whenever you find this, tell me about this Libra. Oops. All right, this is the one that's face up. 7 of Swords. You're dealing with something this week that has been hidden. Tell me about Libra. What's been hidden? The Page of Pentacles. An opportunity. It's like a hidden opportunity. The King of Swords is in the reverse. It comes to you quite aggressively. 6 of Wands. The 5 of Cups is in the reverse. So I'm looking at this 7 of Swords. It's something that you don't know that's been under the surface, waiting for the right time to show itself. The King of Swords is here in the reverse. I feel like the opportunity shows up with like an aggressive energy. It's like, look, do you want this or not? Like, it feels like aggressive energy. And if you don't want it, just say so, because I'm done with your BS. Like, it feels like someone's being really aggressive with their words. This person loves attention, and they don't care if they get negative attention from you, Libra. They just want attention. This is about an opportunity. Somebody here is like going for broke because I feel like they don't want to have any regrets. So it's like they're trying to clear the air, but they're doing it in the wrong way because they're coming in super aggressive. Maybe being a little cheeky. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe giving you backhanded compliments, or being a little, what is that word? Being snarky. Did you think I was going to wait forever? Like, what are you doing here? Like, it feels like, I don't know what you think I'm doing here, but I'm not waiting forever for your attention. Like, it feels like they really do want your attention, but they're trying to go about it the wrong way. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. What's been under the surface? This has been gurgling under the surface for a while, so I feel like it comes at you super quick. We've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we've got the Page of Swords. I feel like this person's been watching your movements. And I feel like, quite honestly, that you've been in sort of this chill energy. It feels like you've been in this very reflective, sort of inward kind of moving slowly, moving analytically, trying to figure things out. It feels like you're trying to make a decision of sorts. And it feels like this person is maybe watching you online, for instance. Maybe you've got a presence online or in the neighborhood, and they're watching you. Say maybe they asked you to go out for dinner, and all of a sudden they see you out to dinner with somebody else. You said no, or you didn't answer them, and all of a sudden they see you out to dinner with somebody else. So it feels like somebody's feeling very slighted, and that's why they're coming out as the King of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you really weren't even noticing. You might not even notice that they were watching you. Of course, you wouldn't know that, or maybe you would. As we're looking online. But the Knight of Pentacles here tells me that something here is very slow moving, and this person feels almost like you've been flaunting something in front of them, but I don't think you have. Like the King of Pentacles is quite wealthy. Maybe you've been going traveling or going to places or spending money on high-end restaurants, or it feels like you've been flaunting something and they're kind of pissed off with it. They want your attention, and you're not giving them your attention, so they're watching you. It feels like it's been a while since we spoke. They're observing you from a distance. We've got the High Priestess. Yes, everything is quiet. Very mysteriously quiet here. So this person has been very quiet with you, hasn't been contacting you, and you haven't been contacting them. The Three of Pentacles tells me we could be talking about a friendship or somebody that you know from work. It feels like oh yeah, this could be a boss who's out of control. Like there could be somebody who's holding back an opportunity because they feel pissed off because you haven't said something or done something that they wanted you to do. We've got the Seven of Wands. I feel like you've put up some sort of boundary around this person. Why is that? Three of Swords, because they hurt your feelings. So I feel like this person is pretty aggressive as a rule with their words. It feels like they are somebody who has a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sarcastic. This person is very sarcastic, but they aren't very clear with their sarcasm. It's like the kind of person that you speak with and they use very dull sarcasm, so they can just say, well, I was just kidding about that, to try and make you look stupid. That's what this feels like here with the King of Swords in the reverse. It feels like you keep boundaries with this person, or you keep them at bay, Libra, because they are somebody who is rude. I'm going to say they're rude. They are, I think that we are probably talking about a friend or a workmate that you keep pretty high boundaries with, that you feel like you always have to be very on your toes or defensive while you're around them, because either they're completely silent or they're very sarcastic, and the things that they say really hurt you. It's like they say backhanded things to hurt you. I feel like this person is like, well, I've been asking you to go for dinner, this opportunity here. I've been asking you to meet me face to face for coffee or for dinner or for something. And all of a sudden I see you online with all these other people, but you're saying no to me. But I think that the reason, and I feel like you haven't told them because the High Priestess is here, it feels like the reason that you haven't said yes to any of their invitations or answered their texts or whatever it is, the reason you've been going out with other people is because you don't enjoy your time with this person, whoever they are. Tell me what the outcome is. We have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Star. So it does feel like here that you've been holding back so you could heal yourself, because I feel like the last interaction you had with this person was pretty terrible. It feels like you are trying to get stability of the mind and heal yourself. And the Four of Pentacles tells me I was just trying to hold back because I don't really want to deal with you right now. Is this something that you told this person? No, you're worried about opening up this conversation with them. I think that you need to tell them, look, stop being so rude. Stop doing this snarky kind of backhanded sarcasm stuff. I don't like it. And I feel like you need to say something, but you're trying to hopefully heal it between the two of you, so you're trying to ignore it or not really give attention to it, because when you think about talking to them about who they are and what they're doing, it makes you nervous with this Nine of Swords here. I don't think you want to argue. Tell me, I don't know who this person is. They could be a friend, they could be a member of the family. Tell me what is around the corner here for Libra, please. We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. You could be a child. This could be a mother. These could be your children. You could be the mother or the father. It feels like somebody here does not want to have any more animosity. I don't want to have any regrets here about us being detached from each other. So I'm going to give a little bit of energy toward this. I feel like somebody here is going to give you a little bit of energy or a little bit of affection to try and draw you back in again. It feels like it could be a fight with the kids. It feels like somebody feels as though you're not giving them enough attention, and so it could be children. We've got the Chariot here. It could be somebody romantically who you have feelings under the surface with, or they have feelings under the surface for you, and the Two of Cups is like, you stay away from this person. They might, maybe it's not kids, right? For some of you it could be, but for others of you, it could be that this person is someone who is non-committal, or they have sort of a toxic sort of way of, maybe sometimes they're kind to you, right? Sometimes they're kind to you and show you affection, and other times they're just really terrible to you. They're like a wild card is what it feels like here. And they do have underlying feelings for you. And so that's what makes them so angry about the situation, if it's romantic for you. We do have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. We have Leo. We have Scorpio energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. We have Virgo, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn energy. Cancer energy. Scorpio, Pisces as well. All right. Speaking about Scorpio, how are you doing? Psychic friends, how you doing? Let's find out what's going on for you this week, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your reading for this week, sneak peek for this week. If you find it on another week, it's going to be for the week you find it on. The next 7 days, whenever you find it. Tell me about Scorpio. What sort of energy is coming up this week for Scorpio, please? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. It feels like you've been waiting on something here. Waiting for something to come full bloom or to be ripe for the picking, ready to harvest. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Cups. feels like there is some confusion. I feel like for some of you, we're talking about a job that you applied for way back there. It feels like you're wondering, did they pick me? Like, as it feels like. The King of Coins tells me that the job pays really well. Feels like it's a hard job, I want to say, but it is also something that you've been waiting to hear about. I feel like there is, that you are, it's like a specialty job. I want to say that, doctor, right? Doctor, anyone can have a doctorate, right? But anyone who's willing to work hard can have a doctorate, but maybe it's a specialty, maybe a surgeon, maybe a podiatrist. Maybe you're doing a specialty, heart surgeon. Maybe you're a brain surgeon. Maybe you're a neurosurgeon. Like, if I'm using doctor, but it can be just about anything. It feels like that there is something that is special to the niche that you have, the niche that you're working on. It feels like possibly that you have applied for a job back there. The Six of Cups is telling me that you've got memories from the past. Maybe it's a place that you've worked at before, and you're coming back after having more education to work there again. It feels like there has not been an answer. That's why you haven't heard anything. There's not been an answer. That's why you're waiting. Everything's still up in the air here. They haven't made a selection. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they haven't made a selection here. The competition is still on. So they haven't decided yet, and that's why you haven't heard yet. We could be talking about a person as well. It doesn't have to be a job. That's just what I'm feeling because of the King of Coins. It's like you're at a job where you worked really hard, and now you're waiting for something that pays more. It does feel like whatever it is there's a lot of competition because this is a good opportunity. We've got the Three of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you feel that you don't have it, or they didn't pick you, or maybe the person didn't pick you. Maybe we're not talking about work. Maybe we're talking about something romantic. You feel like you feel like the opportunity's done. With the Three of Cups in the reverse, this is no fun. There's no happiness here. This is not something I'm going to be celebrating. It feels like there's too much competition. They're never going to pick me. I feel like you start to feel as though it's not an opportunity for you. We do have the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is shut off, shut down. You start feeling like, I'm never going to get it. Yeah, you start holding back, like holding back your emotions, holding back tears. It feels like you're really sort of overly emotional, but not in a good way. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Two of Swords. And we've got the Moon. I'm going to say they haven't made a decision yet. The person, the job site, whatever it is, they haven't made a decision yet. And I want to say you're still in the running because the Nine of Cups is here. Whatever you said, whatever you showed them, whatever emotions you gave them, made them really happy. And so I feel like this person is somebody who's stuck. So whether it's an employer or whether it's a person that you have feelings for and you're waiting for, maybe you told them how you feel. Maybe you told them, look, I feel like I'm your soulmate and I really feel good and solid and grounded with you. I want to provide for you. I want to settle down with you. We do have the Moon energy here, which means that a decision, things are not as they seem. A decision is still hasn't been made. The Six of Swords is here. So I'm going to say that you're still in the transition. So they haven't chosen another person yet, whatever this is, whether it's job or romance. It feels like they haven't chosen another person yet. It's like everything is still in flux. We're still in transition. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. Tell me what's the outcome. We have the Star. We have the Strength card. And we have the Fool. I feel like it's yours. I feel like the person comes forward and says, yeah. I feel like that you are my wish fulfillment as well. I feel like this person's making you wait because they're stuck. They're in the Two of Swords. And there's 8 here, right? We've got 6 swords and 2, which is 8, which is a person who's overthinking it, stuck in the prison of the mind. And so because there's no action, or you can't see action being taken, because we have no wands here except for the Five of Wands, which is a lot of competition, and you beating yourself up over, well, I guess they just didn't choose me. I guess I'm never going to hear from them. I feel like things are not as they seem. Because over here we have the Star and the Fool, which is wish fulfillment. It's like wishes fulfilled. Something is going to happen that is working out in your favor, that's going to have a very exciting new beginning for you. But the Strength card is here. Be courageous. Have courage. I feel like it is going to be said. Something is going to be said in your favor here, but it's just not right now. And so you can feel this holdback, right? You can feel that something's being held back from you. Something is... it's sort of interesting because the Strength card is coming up between the Fool and the Star, and the Fool and the Star to me is, it's yours, wish fulfillment. It's on the way, it's showing up, but the Strength card is like, but they're holding back right now. So you've got to be courageous in the waiting, because I feel like with the King of Coins, King of Pentacles tells me that it is going to come to fruition, because this is the person who's got the Midas touch. So I feel like whatever you said, whatever you did, whatever emotions you showed, or whatever specific niche that you have for work, they feel like you are the best candidate. What's around the corner? You worrying. We have the Knight of Wands, then something comes in. There's the person, the one that brings the final answer here. The King of Swords. There is the person who makes the best decision for everybody involved. The King of Swords, to me, when we're dealing with a job, that's the interviewer, that's the boss, that's the one who makes the final decision, right? That's the person who is coming to you with the final decision. So I feel like you will have it soon, because the Knight of Wands is here. I feel like you're going to worry the whole way through, though. Tell me what the final decision is. It works out in your favor, friend. It sure does. Yep. I feel like it's a partnership. It does end up being a partnership. We have the Hanged Man. I feel like they kept you waiting. They kept you waiting a long time, but I feel like you're going to get your aha moment here. We have the Page of Swords here. It feels like they had to review, had to really, like maybe they had to do background checks. And it feels like they're really digging up information on all the candidates here. And that's what took them so long with the Knight of Pentacles here. But I really think that it's yours, whether it's romantic or whether it is job related. But I think you just got to be patient and courageous. We've got Cancer, we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, and Cancer here. We have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We have Aries. We've got Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. All right. Sagittarius. Fire family, how you doing? Let's find out what's going on with Sag. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. This is your sneak peek for the week, my friend. Next 7 days, whenever you get this, it'll be for the next 7 days. Tell me about Sag. What's the energy for the week for Sag, please? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this is a week that you've been waiting for, I'm going to say. It feels like something has been traveling to you, Sag, super duper slowly here. What else do we need to know about the Knight of Pentacles? What's been taking its sweet ass time for Sagittarius? We've got the Nine of Cups. All right. Happiness is showing up. Wish fulfillment, friend. It's going to be a happy week because something you've been waiting for is showing up for you here. The Knight of Swords, and it's showing up like with aggression, like it's in your face. It's showing up soon. I feel like it's within these next 7 days for some of you. We've got the Eight of Wands. Communication, possibly. Something is showing up that is, I'm going to say it's going to bring movement to your life. So if you've been feeling a little bit stale, a little bit stagnant with the Knight of Pentacles, if you've been feeling like things have been going so slow, or you've been living Groundhog Day for a while, this is the week where you become unstuck. The Eight of Wands is your energy. That is Sagittarius energy. And so the Knight of Swords tells me that wish fulfillment is quickly showing up here, aggressively showing up. We've got 4 Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It feels like there was something that was being held back from you, or you felt like you were on the outside looking in. The 4 Pentacles and then 1 in the hand of the Knight. It feels like you've been waiting a long time for this. What have you been waiting for, Sag? The Emperor. You've been waiting for the Emperor, friend. So this person has been holding back. They've been trying to remain in control. This is a person who does not show up, go in, take a risk. They are someone who is going to go based on what they know, based on the facts, based on the analytics. They do have motivation or fire to go get what they want, but this is somebody who's looking at the whole picture, and they're trying to remain in control. So this might be somebody who I feel hasn't really shown you much on the surface. We have the Strength card. This person is about to be very courageous. What is this? Sagittarius. Knight of Wands. So it could be another Sagittarius. I feel like it could be a Sagittarius or an Aries or a Leo. Look, all of that's good for Sagittarius. Look, Sagittarius, you know you like fire just like I do. I'm a Sag rising. I'm telling you, I'm not turning away an Aries or a Leo. That's for damn sure. Yeah, they're usually pretty beautiful to look at, and they got all of that caliente. They got all that spicy stuff, right? Oh, Sag, you get me in this silly mood. All right. Tell me more. It feels like somebody is showing up with a whole pile of passion. Somebody who has been holding back their passion from you is the person that's coming forward. I feel like there's about to be a lot of communication, a lot of things that are moving forward quickly. And for some of you, you are on the precipice of it right now. Sag, look, I know that you've been watching other readings. Go on the platform. This is what's going on in the ethers. This is going on with Sag. Something is showing up for you, friend, that's going to change a lot of stuff. We've got the Magician. It's a wish fulfillment thing. It's something that you have been hoping for. It is something you've been manifesting. This person has their back turned to it, though. I think that's you. You can see this person has their back turned to the future. Like, it's like, okay, well, when it shows up, it'll show up. I don't think that you're really worried about it, Sag. I think that you're trusting in the universe and saying, look, when it shows up, it will. It is what it is. I think it's sneaking up behind you here. Tell me about the Magician. I've got the Queen of Wands. Somebody's making a super bold move here. The Queen of Pentacles. Look, I feel like this person didn't really give you a whole lot of stability the last time you spoke with them. And so I think you turned your back on them. I think that you still continued to manifest them. Manifest that they would grow up, that they would become more stable, that they would be the ones that would pursue. I feel like the Queen of Wands is telling me that you were hoping this person would make a bold move to pursue you and to go and get what they want, which you were hoping was you. And the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that you were hoping this person would grow into themselves, that they would grow roots, they would become stable, they would get their affairs in order. I feel like that you should think about this person that you know is no good for you, Sag. In the past, they were no good for you. Even in the present, maybe they're no good for you. And so I feel like you were hoping that this person would possibly grow up. And I think they have. Because look, the Emperor's here. I feel like this person has grown up and become stable and is ready to pursue. This could be someone you haven't heard from in a while. Maybe 8 weeks for some of you. Maybe a couple of years for some of you. They've been holding back, right? While they've been growing, they've been holding back. Tell me one more card. Give me one more card. Whatever it is, it's about to make you really happy because the Nine of Cups is here. We have the Chariot. Yes. Yup. Somebody who's been holding all of those feelings under the surface, and somebody who is about to aggressively, passionately come forward here. They're looking for victory, and they're not taking no for an answer because the Emperor doesn't come in unless they're pretty sure that they are going to win. The Emperor is not the person who is going to make a decision that is not going to work out in their favor. They're the King of Swords. They're going over every damn detail. They're the King of Pentacles. They're analytical. They're moving slow, strategic. King of Cups, right? They're moving slowly, strategically. They are checking every single thing before they move forward. And when they do, they'll run in aggressively in the Chariot. Tell me what the outcome is here for Sag, please. We've got the High Priestess. You have been on point with your silence. You've been quiet. I feel like your intuition is telling you this is about to show up. But I feel like your intuition is like, yeah, it's about to show up, but I'm just going to keep my back to the universe, keep detached, and if it shows up, it shows up. But I think your gut is telling you that something is about to show up here. Got the Three of Swords. You don't want to be disappointed if it doesn't show up. And that's why I think that you're giving your High Priestess energy a rest, or you know that it's there, but you back us to the universe. You know that your intuition is telling you, yes, it's going to show up for you, but I feel like you don't want to be disappointed, so you're not looking into the future. You're not planning things into the future, not looking into the future, trying to keep things stable. The Three of Cups just showed up. There's going to be a reunion. You know this person already. There's going to be some sort of reunion here, Sag. Tell me what's around the corner for Sag, please. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Page of Wands. The Six of Cups. Ooh, Sag, they're right on the edge. They're right on the edge of making a phone call or texting you. Or the Six of Cups is telling me that this is someone who's going to take a shot. Somebody who can't disconnect from you because it's like they're a past life connection. Now, whether they're good for you or not, I don't know, because the Knight of Wands is here. I'm just going to say that this could be that in the past they didn't give you a whole lot of stability, but it also could mean that they're just very, 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 very attracted to you, because I feel like they're a fire energy, attracted to a fire energy. But the Six of Cups is telling me that this is somebody who is likely a past life connection. Page of Wands tells me you're going to get communication, but this person is at the 9. Once they get to the 10 and they release all of their worry and stress and anxiety about it, then you're going to get some sort of communication. We've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the Page of Swords. There it is. Judgment here, my friend. These two fell out together, so I thought I would take them together, but we've got the Hanged Man. This person is in perspective right now, holding back. They're in a pause. Page of Swords. They're watching you. Yeah, wherever they can watch you, at your job, at the office, online, in the community, wherever it is, they are watching you. And the Judgment card is here. They're just this close to making a decision to pursue the King of Wands, because they want the Ten of Pentacles. Yep, there they are. Two of Wands. They're about to make a decision to reach out for communication. Two of Wands is telling me that they're preparing to take action. Ace of Swords is telling me communication is coming from someone who's been holding back from you, and it feels like it could be for years for some of you that they've been holding back. All right. Well, that's kind of exciting. Got Pisces energy. We've got Aquarius energy. We have more Pisces. We have Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, Scorpio. We've got Gemini and Aries here. We've got more Gemini energy. We've got Cancer energy, Sagittarius energy. We've got Leo, Aries, more Pisces, and Virgo energy. All right, Sag, something's coming. Let's talk about you, Capricorn, my Earth cousin. Let's find out what's going on for you, Cappies. This is your sneak peek for the week, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days, whenever you find this. The next 7 days, Capricorn. The Sun and the Hierophant. So it feels like you are possibly going to get some clarity. Something's going to become clear on the path that you're on some sort of traditional path that you're on, or possibly your spirituality, clarity from the higher self. Tell me more about Capricorn. What's going on this week? We've got the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups in this particular deck always tells me about a choice because this person is holding the two cups. Twos are always choices, 5 above the head, which means that you're going to have to make a choice, and it feels like it could be an emotional choice that you don't want to make a wrong decision here. You're like, I got to make a choice here, but is it going to make me sad? Is it going to make me unhappy? It's confusing is what it is. Tell me more about Capricorn. We've got the Strength card. So you've been holding back from making this decision. I feel like it's one that is very close to your heart, very passionate. It feels like it's something that you've been holding, like you've put on the back burner. I don't want to make a decision about this yet because I don't want to make the wrong decision. There it is, the Two of Pentacles. It feels like you've been keeping yourself busy so you don't have to make this decision. It does feel like it is something that rolls around in your memory, though. It feels like it's in the memory bank here with the Six of Cups. It could be a decision that you're making about the family, about a friend, about someone that you have a romantic connection to. But it feels like it is a decision that is really important because it could end up being, making this decision could end up make you sad or regretful. So I feel like that's the reason you've been holding back, and you still haven't made your decision at this point. It feels like it might be a decision about some type of opportunity to speak out loud. Opportunity to be a speaker, opportunity to be honest and truthful with somebody. It feels like you are wanting to say something really honest, really truthful, with a lot of facts, a lot of pie charts, a lot of whiteboards. Feels like you're wanting to, you've got all the details on something and you want to share those details, but it feels like it might be about some sort of an opportunity that you haven't decided if you want or not yet. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Tell me why this is overwhelming and confusing. Six of Swords is here. You haven't quite made a decision. You're still in transition here with your decision-making process. The Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're worried that you're going to get breadcrumbed. I feel like this person is, or the situation, requires a lot of attention or a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy, which is all Pentacles, right? Pentacles are time, money, energy, longevity, stability, good health. It feels like you need to make a decision, and the decision is going to be one that you can't go back on, or is going to be permanent, or is going to take effect for the rest of your life, or it feels like it's a really important decision, and that's why you're being very careful with it. But the Six of Pentacles is a bit of a problem for me, because I'm feeling like with the Six of Pentacles that you've given a lot to this already, and you might be wanting to make the decision you're making only because you've invested a lot here already. Whether it is an investment of money, maybe you've invested in a home, like a lot of equity. Maybe you've invested in a relationship, in a friendship. It feels like you have not come up with a decision yet because you're still sort of in this transitional stage of what do I want to do? What do we got here? Nine of Pentacles, that's it. You don't have the confidence to make the decision. I think it's coming because we've got the 6 to the 9. 3 is in between. We've got 2 here, which is like I'm kind of going back and forth. Between the 6 and the 10 is the 3 Pentacles, and the 3 Pentacles is like getting stability, cooperation, collaboration. I need to get more information about the friendship, about the community, about the friendship group. It feels like you want to have some sort of a new beginning, or you're excited about a new beginning, but it feels like you're still weighing your advantages and disadvantages here. Because it feels like once you make a decision, you're never going to go back, or you don't have the ability to go back once you make the investment. We have the Nine of Swords. Worry. A little bit anxious about making this decision. It's overwhelming. Six of Wands. So I feel like you want to make the decision because you want the victory, you want the success, you want people to see you being successful. 5 of Pentacles, but what if it doesn't work out in my favor? Do you see what this 2 of Pentacles is doing, right? back and forth, like looking at the good, looking at the bad. I'm worried about it. I'm feeling like I could get a victory, but it could not work out for me. What if I make this investment financially, emotionally, into the house, right? And it doesn't work out for me. What if I put my name on the mortgage with the person that I am dating, living with, but not married to, and then it doesn't work out? What then? Like, it feels like it's an investment of a lifetime, and one that's going to be permanent, a permanent fixture in your life. We've got the Star. So I feel like you're trying to heal the mind. The Star to me is Swords energy, of course, because it is Aquarius. So to me, that's one sword. And then we have the Nine of Swords here. So I feel like before you can make your decision about what's going to go down here, that you're going to have to heal your thought process. I feel like this Nine of Swords is here telling me that this keeps you awake at night, that you can't make a decision because you don't want to make the wrong decision, analysis paralysis. I can't really come up with, because it feels like this is what you're scared of. You're scared of losing all your money. Maybe it's the stock market you're trying to play. I don't know, but it feels like you're scared whatever I put in is maybe not what I'm going to get out, because the Six of Pentacles is right next door. What if I put in a whole bunch and then I don't get anything out of it? Tell me what the outcome is. Tell me about the outcome. We've got the Page of Pentacles is back. The Fool is back. Oh, look, those are the three cards I had on the bottom of the deck. Now we have Death and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like here that you've got to make some sort of decision. We're looking at the bottom of the deck here now. This is the future energy. You've got to make some sort of decision. And I feel like you're trying to make it without emotions. So you're trying to make this decision. Let's just go with, you've moved in with somebody who wants to put your name on the mortgage and, make sure all the paperwork is in place. And I need to take my emotions out of it. I need to make this decision practically. It feels like, what if things come to an end? What if this romantic situation comes to an end and it doesn't work out for me? This isn't the situation for all of you. This could definitely be anything else, right? It could be maybe your parents want you to put money into something. Maybe it's the stock market. Maybe it's some sort of investment, financial investment you're making in a business, in a person's business, maybe in building something, a business possibly. But here we have the truth of the matter, and that's what shakes you to the ground. I feel like what you're trying to do is avoid a tower. So you want to be prepared in all aspects if the tower shows up. And I feel like that's what's giving you analysis paralysis, because we have here that you're not confident that you can open this door and make a really good decision about this opportunity, because it's a Ten of Pentacles opportunity. You see, it feels like it is something that you've got to, it's like, once I make the decision, I can't go back, right? Once death happens, you can't go back. Once something ended, you can't go back. So it feels like, what if something doesn't work out for me? Five of Pentacles, right? And the King of Swords and the Tower. What if something I say causes a tower and then I don't get out of it what I put into it? Then I'm going to have to fight for it with pie charts and graphs and whiteboards, right? With a lawyer, because the King of Swords is also a lawyer to me. Tell me what is coming around the corner here for Capricorn. We have the Nine of Wands. So you've been hurt like this before, or whatever is influencing your analysis paralysis is because of the wounded warrior energy. Wounded warrior energy is in the past, right? So it feels like this is past hurts. You're making a present day decision based on whatever wisdom you have from the past. You're just being careful, I think, with the King of Swords energy. There's the Five of Cups, and it's at the top of the Seven of Cups, right? There's the Five of Cups. I don't want to be hurt again. So maybe it's time to get justice involved. So I feel like whatever it is that this is for you, Capricorn, it requires a lawyer. It requires a lawyer, a notary, a judge, a magistrate. Please get somebody in on it that is going to make things official. So if anything does happen, that karma works out in your favor. We do have the King of Cups, because you don't really trust what's underneath in the situation. It's like you can't read anything that's on the surface, so you need to have somebody who knows justice to be able to come in and look at all of the fine print, because we did see the King of Swords, who is a lawyer, on the bottom of the deck, who's in the future. So I think in the future, Aquarius is here, right? That I feel like if you want to heal the situation and you want to have all of your bases covered and you don't want to be taken advantage of and you just want to be able to be happy in pursuing whatever it is that makes you the most exciting, makes you the most excited, or whatever is growing or makes you the most happy, in order to do that, you don't want to have to deal with this. You don't want to have to deal with being in indecision because you think that your heart's going to be broken. You'd rather be in a celebratory energy and dealing with somebody who is, you know, in the present moment, who's working with you. You don't want to think about, when we get married, it's never to get divorced. When we buy a house together, it's never so we'll have to sell it and split the assets, right? I feel like you just don't want to be caught off guard. And I think that that is perfectly reasonable. I think that's a reasonable state of mind. We have Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and Libra. We have Capricorn energy. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We have Aries as well as Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy here. All right, Aquarius. Look, y'all have been just exhausting me with your readings lately. Can we just have something a little fun today? Tell me about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up in the next 7 days for Aquarius. No matter when you get this, next 7 days, friend. Tell me about Aquarius, please. Gosh, you're so intense. Tell me about Aquarius. What's coming up this week for Aquarius? What's the energy of this week? We've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. There's something here that it's go time. There's something here you've been planning, and you've been planning it carefully, and I feel like you've been waiting for the right time to move forward into the future, have an adventure. But to me, when the the Two of Wands shows up in the reverse, I'm just going to jump in now. I think I have enough information. I'm just going to jump in head first. It feels like you're leaving the crossroads. You're taking action on something here, and I feel like it's going to be in the next 7 days. Tell me more about this. We've got the King of Swords. Well, there you are. You showed up right away. So we know that it's you that's taking action here. And I feel like you know all the ins and outs. Whatever it is that you've been planning strategically and with great care. We have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like the beginning of your journey of adventure starts with an ending, interestingly enough. I feel like what you need to end is whatever this Nine of Wands energy is for you. I feel, Aquarius, that you are the wounded warrior, and I want to say that you're a person who is perpetually hurt, that you're a person who always has to be emotionally or mentally alert, because you're scared of getting hurt, scared of being betrayed. I don't think you're scared. Look, if there's any sign in the Zodiac who's not afraid, it's you. And so I don't think you're scared, understand. I feel like it's a worry that you just don't want to have to go through another cycle where you get to the nines and you're so beat up that you feel like you could just fall over. Like, I feel that you're exhausted. You're exhausted with the thinking, is what it feels like here. And so I think that you're finally just going to say, you know what, there's no other way I can think about this. I feel like you've thought about it top to bottom, side to side. I feel like you've just got to stop being in this wounded warrior energy, and you need to go for it. And I think that that's what the Two of Wands in the reverse is telling me, that you're just going to go for it. So what is the Two of Wands in the reverse then? Tell me what this is. Oh, it's the Empress. So you're just going to go for it, are you? So the Empress, of course, is somebody who is feminine leaning, but also has masculine energy, because we've got Taurus and Libra, right? Libra is masculine energy, Taurus is feminine energy. So whether this is feminine or masculine, this person here, but the Empress is somebody who doesn't need you. And so I think that's what this whole thing is about. You need to get rid of your nerves. You need to get rid of this, somebody who I feel like the Empress is somebody who is an island unto themselves, right? So they can provide their own money, somebody who makes good decisions, they might have their own business, somebody who is taking good care of themselves on the outside, the inside, their health is on point. This is somebody who is, I feel, all of it. And they're full of love and kindness and emotion and psychic energy. Like it's all of it, right? And I feel like you are about to jump headfirst into this situation with the Empress. Tell me what else is going on here. Justice. You want justice with the Empress here. Tell me more. Seven of Swords. Really? You're up in your head, hey? So, is this going to be your justice? That's the question. It's the $1 million question, friend. Seven of Swords. Do I trust this? I feel like at this moment you're trying to heal your heart. You are going to say something to the Empress. I feel like you are going to open up communication with the Empress, but I don't feel it's going to be emotional. I feel like it's going to be very head over heart. I want to say that you're trying to get out of this feeling of betrayal because everybody's betrayed me. I feel like you are someone who's really gone through it. Really, it's what has made you the King of Swords, right? That all of the kings master something, and what you've mastered is the mind. And I think that that's your only defense mechanism is your swords. Is that you have the ability to think your way in and out of things. It feels like that's the only thing that's kept you safe over the years or kept you resilient is your mind. So I feel like the Seven of Swords is here. I'm just looking at the way the swords are broken up. You can see the 4 swords are over the left shoulder. So I feel like you're trying to heal your heart at this time. Something maybe has come to an end. Maybe you already felt that somebody has betrayed you. Possibly a terrible ending came. I feel like your sword is down, so you're not yet ready to have a conversation, but we have 2 swords that are on the ground, and it tells me that you're ready to make a decision to have justice with the Empress. To make balance with the Empress. But these 8 swords here, right? 1 in the hand of justice, and then the 7 tells me that you're still sort of stuck in your head about it. I feel like you're worried about how this person is going to reply. Tell me more about Aquarius. We've got the Ace of Swords. You got nothing to worry about, friend. Do you know how excited this person's going to be that you communicated with them? They're going to be ecstatic. The Chariot's here. They're going to try and keep their feelings under the surface, but that person is, I don't know why I thought about that. So just in my head popped in, I don't know. Y'all, I don't know how old you are, but do you remember when Tom Cruise was on Oprah? Do you remember that? When he had first met his wife, Katie. Is that her name, Katie? And he jumped up on the sofa and did the whole, woo! That's what this person's going to be doing when I feel you communicate with them. I think that this person is so excited and is going to be celebrating that you have communicated with them again, is what it feels like. But I think they're going to keep it under the surface, because if you're going to communicate with them in swords, they're going to communicate with you in swords, not because they don't want to bring their feelings to the surface, but because they feel you're skittish and they don't want to scare you away, because they know you're most comfortable when you're dealing in swords. So I feel like you are going to bring some sort of clarity to this person. Now, maybe you want to get together with them. Maybe you're going to give them an invitation. But I feel like mostly this 3 of Swords and the Ace of Swords tells me when this person receives your communication, they're going to be so freaking excited. Look at that. 10 of Pentacles. The Hierophant is here. This person is just going to think about it like the 10 of Pentacles is stability. But it's like they see you as somebody who is a long-term friend or a long-term love, or this Empress sees you as all of it. They see your worth. This person has not been, if you've not been connecting with them, they've not been connecting with you, but when they get this Ace of Swords, this communication from you, they're like, there it is. I'm reconnected to my Aquarius. Tell me what the outcome is. This person is really going to be happy. Very happy. So tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Eight of Cups. So there's been a lot of disconnect. There's been detachment here. That's your specialty, right? Detachment. We've got the Ace of Cups. That's 9 cups here. This is wish fulfillment. I feel like it's been quiet between you, but I do feel that there is an Ace of Cups that we are feeling. It's a mutual feeling. And we have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're ready to give a little bit. In a detached sort of way, in an like a way which you're not expecting anything, I feel that you are not settling for anything. I'm just being kind of careful with you. Relax. But the Ace of Cups is here, and it feels like that you do what's on your mind is starting something new after the detachment portion here. Starting something new with this person. The Six of Pentacles tells me you're going to get reciprocal energy. This person is so excited to hear from you. Tell me what's around the corner for Aquarius and this person. We've got the Devil. We've got the Star, and we have the Four of Swords. So this person feels like you showing up again and communicating with them is wish fulfillment. I think that they thought that whatever they said to you last time made you mad at them. 4 and 1 is 5. I think that they were having these thoughts of you moving on. 6 swords. That you had moved on from them, that you weren't interested, that you were maybe upset with the last thing that they said to you. I feel like with this, Aquarius energy is the Star, but I feel like they see you as all of it. They're still very connected to you, sort of connected to you in a way that they can't let go. This person might be someone who tells you they think about you a lot. Maybe that makes you uncomfortable. Maybe that's what they said to you last time and it made you uncomfortable. And they knew that, and because you went quiet, silent, detached from them, maybe they felt like you weren't happy with them. We've got the Page of Wands here. I feel like they've been waiting on communication. They've been hoping and waiting that you would communicate with them. The Three of Wands, they see you as someone in their future. That if you would just make the decision, the Ace of Wands, if you would just make the decision to tell them that you're attracted to them, that it would cause a tower, and it would bring all of the feelings and emotions to the surface. They see you as somebody who's very astute. They see you as someone who it would take an act of God to get you to show them your emotions. They've been waiting for you to show them a little bit of emotion. They thought that you moved on from them. I think that's why they haven't been communicating with you. If you're wondering, if you're saying, well, they could have communicated with me, I think that they're not, because I feel like they thought you were mad. They thought that whatever they said last time, maybe you just left them on red or left them hanging. They thought that maybe you weren't happy with them. We've got Sagittarius energy. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer energy. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Capricorn. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Libra and Taurus energy. More Libra energy. And we have the Star, which is Aquarius. So look, all that Libra energy, this person just wants to have balance with you. They just want to have balance. That's all. All right, Pisces. Take a look. Let's find out what's going on for you, Pisces. Last but not least, my water family, my two fishes friends. Tell me what's coming up in the next 7 days for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. Next 7 days. What's the energy for the next 7 days for Pisces? We've got the Two of Pentacles. So it feels like it's going to be a busy week for you, and that there might be some real-time decisions you might have to make in order to keep your balance in whatever it is that you're keeping yourself busy with. They could be emotional decisions. I feel like you should make these decisions with compassion and kindness, with the depth of your mothering, fathering kind of energy, trying to stay in balance here. There are, with these decisions that you're making this week, it feels like you'll be making decision to go this way, therefore that way is closed. It feels like the decisions you're making are very permanent because they're in the 3D. And the Death card here tells me that you are trying to tell somebody else kindly or compassionately that your path is not the path that I'm on. I've made a decision to do something else. So it feels like you have to make decisions this week. And they could be financially, they could be about money. Maybe you're turning one job down to go to another. It feels like the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is sturdy and stable, is very good with their money. They like to adorn themselves and adorn things. They are also somebody who, whatever you give them, they will multiply. I feel like for some of you, we could be talking about friendship, like a friendship that's been long lasting. It feels like you are telling somebody, I understand. Maybe this is an apology or trying to get better energy with you. Maybe you're like, I do understand, but I'm not interested in your friendship any longer. I'm not interested in the job that you're offering or the promotion that you're offering. I feel like you're doing this so you can get stability. You're trying to drop some sort of a burden here with the 6 and the 4, which is the 10, because I feel like a new opportunity is about to show up. It's like you're doing it intuitively. I want to say with destiny showing up here, that there's something that is changing, something that's growing and expanding. And I feel like you are making a decision and telling someone no, telling them kindly and compassionately that this is the end of the line for us. But I feel like it's something you need to do for your own sense of victory, for your own sense of stability, so you can drop some sort of pressures. You're needing to let off some pressure. I don't want to be tasked with thinking about that thing anymore. I've just got to let it go with the Death card. Tell me about the 2 of Pentacles. Tell me about the decision. We've got the Moon energy. Things aren't as they seem with the 2 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So, Pisces, I feel like you are choosing someone who mirrors you, choosing someone who's like you, someone who has the same values, someone who has the same stability, someone who moves slowly, possibly, someone who, I feel like the King of Pentacles is the one who makes the money, and the Queen of Pentacles is the one who multiplies the money. Like, I know, maybe it's not money, maybe it's energy, maybe it's stability, material wealth. These two make a lot of material wealth together. I feel like you are telling someone, I'm sorry, this isn't something that I can give my energy to, because you're deciding on the King of Pentacles. I feel like the King of Pentacles is your person, the person who wants to settle down, who does move slowly. It does feel like it probably is a romantic decision for you. We have the Moon energy here. Things aren't as they seem. I feel like what isn't as it seems is, I feel like the other person. I feel like this person is real. They're showing you who they are. They're not hiding anything from you. And I feel like that's why you can see this person is faced towards the King of Pentacles. I feel like this person is somebody who's really honest with you, truthful. Tell me more. Tell me more about Pisces. We've got the Sun. This is an easy decision. A very easy decision. I feel like this is somebody who doesn't ever hide anything from you. The Page of Swords is the one that is watching, observing. I think that this person, the King of Pentacles, doesn't hide anything from you. Maybe you're the king or the queen. Take it as it resonates, feminine, masculine. It feels like this person doesn't hide anything from you. They're very honest and truthful with you. They are someone you are going to grow immensely with. You're really going to grow a lot, because this person is not only someone who values you, sees your worth because you see their worth. You see, we're mirroring each other. Not only do we see each other's worth very clearly, but we're both teachable. The king has something to teach the queen, and the queen has something to teach the king, and the king is ready to receive it. So we have the Five of Wands. It feels like the Five of Wands is sort of the tug and the pull that you go through with telling someone else, no, it's not you. It feels like you're making a decision between two jobs, two people, two situations, and you are putting one to a complete and total halt. You won't be friends. I won't be seeing you. I'm taking you off my list. You're no longer my accountant. Whatever it is, I feel like you're making a decision between two. And I think that you really struggled with this decision, worried about, am I compatible with an earth sign? Am I compatible with somebody who wants to move so very slow? I think that you are. I feel like this is real stability here. We've got 4 Pentacles. I feel like it's real stability, very stable, 4 corners. So I feel like it took you a long time to make this decision, but I think after the tug and pull back and forth, I think the sun comes out and you realize where your growth is. I feel like you will grow spiritually, personally, professionally, and financially with the King or the Queen of Pentacles. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Pisces. We have the Ace of Cups. This is love. Is that White Snake? This is love. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this the love that I've been searching for? I think that's White Snake. The Ace of Wands and the 4 Pentacles. Oh, I just called it the 4 Pentacles here. This is a really stable passion. It's really stable. You can count on it. I feel like with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, this is stable love. This is stable passion. It feels like it's something that you can hold on to. I feel like this person's going to hold on to you forever. Like Pentacles are the earth energy till the end of time, right? Forever and ever, amen, kind of thing. Till death do us part, till we leave the earth. Tell me what is around the corner for Pisces. We've got justice. You're finally getting your justice. I love it. Oh, look at, oh, and the wheel is back. That's really cool, Pisces. Look at that energy. So look, this Hierophant in the reverse is telling me that this is a non-traditional connection, which means that we may not start out the way that everybody thinks we should start out. Maybe we're going to date for a couple of years. Maybe we're going to be in each other's lives as friends first, and then we're going to move slowly into something that is going to have so much stability that there's no worry. This is a person you're never going to have to play guessing games with. This is a non-traditional relationship, which means this isn't a masculine who's going to expect the feminine to just carry everything while they go to work. This person is an equal partner. This is somebody who is ready to be very equal with you, very balanced with you. You're finally getting your justice and finding your person. And we have the Wheel of Fortune here because it's divine timing. Everything's about to change. This person is a very different connection for you. Maybe you've never dated somebody who is an earth sign. Could be a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Scorpio, a Taurus, Aquarius, a Leo. Maybe it's a fixed sign, a Sagittarius maybe. We do have Pisces and Cancer here as well, Scorpio. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. I think that somebody here is going to make a really big, bold move, and that you don't see it because the moon is here. You don't see that this person is actually super stable. They may show up to you as the Queen of Wands, feminine or masculine, somebody who is making big, bold moves, taking risks, really pursuing you, very passionate. And I don't think that you realize that they're actually here for the long term. They're here to be stable. This is your wish fulfillment that's coming in, my friend. This is the thing that you've been meditating and healing for. This is game day. It's what it is. It's game day. It feels like the happiness is, the victory is showing up for you. No more broken heart. No more broken hearted moments, my friend. No more lazy ones. No more ones that are going to make you do all of the work at home while they sit around and do nothing and play video games. That's not this person. So, yeah, I feel like this is the love you've been looking for. I think that's White Snake. You can tell me in the comments. I'm always wrong. I always hear the songs, but I forget who's singing them. Well, because I'm getting a little old. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to go for now, Pisces. Thank you for being here and watching. I appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.